Hey guys, Dagan here. How you guys are feeling today? Hope you guys are feeling nice. And I'm just looking at the outside and the weather is pretty awesome. I mean, it rained pretty much like on and off yesterday, all day long, but it's not raining anymore. It's really clear out there. So hope you guys are feeling really great with this nice weather. And so basically I was just going to do a lesson video today, but I don't think I'm fully prepared for this. So I'm just going to something different. I just decided that I'm going to make a second episode of this series where I say whatever I want to say. So which is named I'll say whatever I want to say. 아무 말 되지 않지. Episode number 2. Okay, so you guys ready for this? Let's get the show started. So basically, in this episode, I just want to talk about my childhood to you guys. Basically, I was born and raised in Yeongju. Now that I'm 32 this year, and then now that I moved to Seoul, this January this year. So it's been only like 7 months since I got here. So other than that, other than those 7 months, I spent most of my time there, which is Yeongju. Yeongju is pretty well known for this and that. First of all, geographically, Yeongju is pretty close to Andong. Andong is also well known for lots of different stuff. Like for example, if I want to talk about something to eat, Andong is pretty well known for like Korean beef. So is Yeongju. And Andong is also well known for lots of historic sites. So is Yeongju. Anyway, so Yeongju is my hometown, and I love spending my time in my hometown. And sometimes I feel like I really want to go there and then I'm just hang out with like my old friends. But the thing is, I don't think I have many friends living in Yeongju right now, because in Yeongju basically there's not so many things. There's not so many works that we can do. So if you are around my age, you're just gonna have to move to a different city, different country, different city, and then you're gonna have to just settle there because you have to make a living, right? And sometimes you will just come back to Yeongju, and then you will just stay there for a while. Like you will visit your hometown for holidays like Chuseok or like Lunar New Year, which is Seollan. Anyways, so like I said, Yeongju is my hometown, and I was born and raised there. I spent most of my time there. I went to Jungang Elementary School, and I went to Daeyeong Middle School, and then I went to Yeongju High School. And I went to this university, Andong University, which is a little bit far away from Yeongju. So I had to either live in a dorm or commute. So for the very 2 semesters when I was freshman, I just lived in a dorm. I think, if I'm right. Well, yes. I spent my 2 first semesters in a dorm, living in a dorm, and then the 3rd semester, before I started serving in the military, I decided that I'm just going to live with my friends. So instead of just applying for a dorm, we just rented this very little tiny studio, and then we lived there for 1 semester. And then I had to start serving in the military. Well, that is not the point, right? I told you that I was going to talk about my childhood, right? So anyways, let's go back. And I used to be really fat, guys. Whether you guys believe it or not, I used to be really fat. Seriously, I was like really fat. So there were some people, there were some friends around me trying to just make fun of me, make fun of how fat I was and how chubby I was. I would just call myself like a fat boy. I wouldn't call myself a chubby boy because I was super fat. And when was it? Like when I was in middle school, there was also this friend trying to make fun of me, and it really hit me in my head. I was really shocked. I was really shocked that I was actually, being teased, being made fun of. So I just decided that I was going to lose lots of weight, and that's when I lost like 30 kilos within 3 months. Do you guys believe it? So I was like over 100 kilograms, and then within 3 months I lost 30 kilos, and I was like 70 kilograms. But the thing is, I don't think I lost my weight in a smart way. I just did it my way. So I was like, I tended to skip a meal, and then I would only eat like 10 bell tomatoes for a meal, and then for exercise I would just go out. I would just find this playground, or I would just go to a school when all the classes are over, and then I would just walk around the track like 10 reps, I guess so. And then I would play some basketball after that. That's how I lost 30 kilos. And then I was pretty famous, I think, back then, because think about it. Like there is someone who lost like 30 kilos within 3 months. And then people will start gossiping about it. How did he just lose that much weight within only 3 months? What's the secret? Something like that. So there wasn't any secret. I did it my way, and it was pretty stupid. And then thing is, I didn't maintain that weight. Right after I went into high school, I never really exercised at all. I never really worked out. I never really just walked intentionally around those tracks. I never really played basketball. So slowly but surely I started gaining weight, and by the time I was done with my high school stuff, I was around 80 kilos or 86 kilos, I think so. Anyways, so that's how fat I was again. And then, yes, as you guys can tell, I'm not that fat. I mean, I'm still fat. I mean, I have lots of fat, even though I don't look like that way. I have to, just lose those fats. And I just lost weight, but I'm not just, dramatically. I just tried my stuff, and then around those times, I didn't go like extremely. I didn't go crazy about this. I would just search about how to lose weight properly. So I just did some exercise, and then I was really careful about what I eat, because what you eat is who you are. And what else do I want to talk about my childhood? When I was young, I mean, think about it. I mean, if you are around my age, which is like early 30s, there was a lot of stuff that we all could relate to. For example, we would watch those TV animations, especially on Sunday morning, right? So, but sad thing was that I had to go to church every Sunday morning, so chances of me watching those animations, especially Disney animations, it was really low. The chances wasn't that high, and I was pretty jealous of my friends, because they didn't have to go to church. Most of them didn't have to go to church, and then they would just enjoy those TV series, animations. And then we would also play. I'm not sure if it's right for me to call this like mini car in English, but we were crazy about mini cars, because there was this animation about the mini cars, right? And it was originally from Japan, but we went crazy about this. And I even remember myself applying for this small competition stuff, and I ended up being, what was it, like the 7th place or the 8th place. That's how much I was crazy about this stuff. So mini car. And then I was also pretty crazy about collecting tajo, if you guys know what it is. Tajo is something like, something that looks like this. And then it's not that thick, but it's not that thin at the same time. It's like, this thick, I think, and it's like this big. And we would collect it, and then we would trade sometimes with friends, with each other. And to collect more of these, I remember myself going to a supermarket around my house, and I intentionally bought those snacks like Cheetos or Sun Chip, mostly Cheetos, because to get those tachos, what you had to do was to get those snacks, because tacho, one single tacho was inside of the snack. Ah, those were the good days. Anyways, I just want to talk more about this, but I think I've talked enough for this episode, because if it's going to be too long, I don't think you guys are willing to watch the whole stuff. So I'm just gonna finish right here, and then for the episode number 3 of this series, I'll say whatever I want to say. I'll just continue to tell you guys about my childhood, if it's possible. Okay? So anyways, thank you guys so much for watching, and like I said, I'm never going to edit any of these. I'm just going to share it with you guys, and hope you guys have a great weekend, and I also hope you guys like this stuff. If you guys like this stuff, make sure you guys click the likes and make sure you guys subscribe to this channel. This is going to be channel that will just motivate you when it comes to learning English, because I've never been abroad studying English. I've only studied right here where I am, which is Yeongju and Hanguk, Korea, and it means that you can also do it if the purpose of if you really want to learn English, especially like spoken English, you don't really have to go outside. If that's your main purpose, if you want to travel more, and if you want to experience, if you want to broaden the way you just perceive things, you can just go outside, you can just study abroad. But if the main purpose of you thinking about going abroad is because you just want to speak English, you might want to just give it a second thought, because like I said, you can just make this happen only here in Korea. Alright, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys all in the next episode of either this or the other one where I just show up and then just teach you guys something. Okay? 여러분, 전대건이었고요. 영어 안무가 대잔치 2번째 에피소드도 정신없이 말씀드렸는데 봐주셔서 너무 감사합니다. 제 그 차일드후드에 대해서 갔다가 또 현재 얘기했다가 이렇게 섞어서 얘기했는데요. 아무쪼록 재밌게 보셨으면 좋겠고, 건진 표현이라든가 그런 것들 재밌는 거 있으시면은요, 그것도 이렇게 댓글로 남겨보시고, 혹시 캐치를 못했는데 캐치를 하고 싶은 부분이 있으면 그 구간 적어주시면은 제가 댓글까지 남겨드릴 수 있도록 하겠습니다. 주말 잘 보내시고요. 다음 영상에서 또 여러분들 잘 뵙도록 하겠습니다. 구독 한 번씩 잊지 마세요. 전대건이었습니다. 고맙습니다.